Welcome friends, welcome to another video, David Charles TV. Today we're going to be talking about things that you wish you applied or things that you'd like to tell to your younger self or your children, siblings or relatives, things that may help for them to learn early on in life or early as possible in life that will give them an advantage, help them to make progress earlier rather than later on in life. So, is there ever been times when you think, if I only wish I knew that earlier, if I only got that information earlier, the difference that it would have made in my life? Well, I've got some points, some tips, some suggestions that may help. We may have to do a series on these videos because there's quite a lot that I've learned from my mistakes and through speaking to others, some of their mistakes. So let's get into the video. Ten things that I wish I learned earlier or applied earlier, or that persons wish they applied earlier that I've spoken to. Number one, at the age of 13, young men, young boys become men, become young men. And this will help overcome the lapse for some children. This may help some single parents. If you have a son, let him know that at the age of 13 he becomes a man, so that you won't have like an overgrown child in your house when they become a certain age. They won't be at home living when they're 60 odd, I guess, or maybe earlier years than that, and that they become more independent and act and conduct themselves as men and young men. At the age of 13, you become a man. You do manly things, you put away games, you put away toys, you conduct yourself as a young man, start a business, and so on and so forth. Number two, take education and learning very seriously, and remember what you've learned. So when you're in school, when you're doing your schooling, usually the first part of secondary school, children or young men, they do well and they may slip as they get older into teenage years. But if you could avoid that and study your lessons and pass your exams and get all your examination, GCSE, CSEC, I don't know what they call it in some other countries, but if you could get your teenage years right, your adult life should be even better. So study, pass your exams, you won't have to do it again later on in life. Get your maths, get your English, get your science and all other subjects, as many subjects as you possibly can. It will help you in life because employers are really looking for the best of the best. So if you could prove yourself to be the best in your education and remember what you've learned, it will definitely help you along in life. Some things that you study in schooling, depending on what school you go to, may not actually help you in life, but the qualifications, the proof that you have the qualifications and that you're an able student, capable student, willing to learn, willing to apply what you've learned, it will help you in life. Number three, avoid at all costs drugs. Avoid and stay away from drug users and drugs. This will definitely help you in life. Drugs will not help you. It will slow down your process. It could possibly get worse. You could possibly be led to experiment with even worse drugs or more serious drugs, and those things you can do without. You don't need them. You don't. Some things may be tendency to be habit, and humans could be creatures of habit. So don't get into the drug habit use. Get into habits like exercising, reading, bettering yourself, bettering your life, enhancing your life. Good habits can break you or make you, and you want habits that can make you. Good habits like waking up early, eating good food, exercising, being in great health, not having to go to the doctor, stay away from sickness, avoid sickness, being out of sickness. These are good habits. Earning money, learning to earn money, applying good habits and principles. There's so many, the list could go really on and on and on and on. But we'll move from that. Avoiding drugs, that's a plus. That will help you in so many ways. It will save you money, it will save your health, it will prevent doctor bills. So many advantages to not using drugs. Okay? So note how important it is to read or reading and studying the Bible on a daily or often basis, regular basis. How much it will help you in life, or help me in life, or has helped me in life, and by learning and applying the principles to yourself. This will definitely help you. Some ways of the Bible and principles of the Bible are like ancient wisdom. It's a shortcut to life. Bible. Basic instructions before leaving Earth. So note that. Okay? Moving on to number 5. Start saving and investing early in life. Every week or every end of the week, extract some money from your earnings to save and invest. This is critical. Start this as early as possible, or have your children start this as early as possible. I wish I started this as early as possible. I was a person who would buy records, tapes, CDs, plus other things, and all that money I could have really saved and put to a better use. I still like some of those things that I have spent my money on, but if I'm being truly honest, I don't use them as much today as I did when I was a lot younger, and I could have saved so much money. That money could have gone into I don't know, S&P 500, or possibly better alternatives for investing. I could have invested it on myself learning. But yeah, we live and we learn. But that may help you in the short and long term. Invest in my own self-development and learning. Critical once again. Self-learning is something that you should take time out to invest in yourself. Not everything you learn in school will help you in life, so learn as much as you can. Life learning is to be adopted. It will help you in so many ways, your development, your matureness, experience, knowledge, understanding, wisdom, helps in so many ways. Okay? Number 7, start your own business. Some people start their own business when they're in school, applying the entrepreneurial spirit, this is fantastic. Start as early as you can. Some people start with a paper round, delivering papers. This also helps, because I learned so many skills, and also you can learn so many principles and lessons that you can apply later on in life and to your children. Number 8, focus less on dating and loving variety of women before becoming a wholesome individual, a single person. Singleness is a blessing. Remember that. Singleness is a blessing, and the better single person you can become is the more you'll be willing and able to be a better person for your partner. Try and if you're going to go down the route of having a partner, maybe get married in your 20s to 30s, but choosing one partner and being there for a lack of better words, to one partner than a majority of partners is much more better. Being devoted to one partner, one woman, is much more better than dating various women. And notice the red flags. If you see a red flag, if you see more than one red flag, notice, take note. People are not perfect, I understand, but sometimes people give you warnings. People let you see and let you experience. When I say red flags, I mean like hazardous danger signs, like things that stand out that makes you think maybe I should go a different route, or maybe make a different choice, or maybe this is not the partner for me. Learn and notice these things. Focus less on dating a large number of women and be devoted to one woman, and before you become devoted to one woman, become a whole individual. You don't have to necessarily think as your other significant other as your other half. Be a full whole person. That way you could be better for yourself, you could be better for your partner that you're devoted to, and that's what I have to say on that matter. Number 9. Life is not all about partying, getting drunk on the weekends and going to this party, that party, getting into fights, wasting money on alcohol. Life is not one big party, and the sooner you realize this, I think the better. Some people are brought up, have the tendency to experience life and parties early on in life, but it's not, or life is not one big party. Life is serious. So just take note, life is not all about one big party and going from party to party, and I believe that's a false conception that people have, or people are given. I don't know if it's necessarily cultural, but the focus on partying, and careful who you look up to as well, as your role model, as your person of influence. Okay? Number 10, spend less time entertaining sin and sinners. Sin is one of the biggest problems man has to face and man has in life. If you can avoid sin, sinners, that'll be so much better for you. You'll save so much time, and sin never leads to nothing good, basically, is what I'm trying to say. It will cause you to end up going further than where you want to go, in the wrong direction. Let me say it that way. And I have 2 more bonus points for you, and we'll get to those very quickly because we don't want this video getting too long. Bonus note number 11, pay attention to red flags. When you notice something and your instincts is telling you, or you're maybe wondering, I'll take note of that, or why did that happen? That could be a red flag. Like for some young men wanting to get into relationships and wanting to have promiscuous sex, or young women that may want to have sex before marriage, that's a red flag. If they're telling you that maybe we should just be friends, that could be a red flag. If they're saying that maybe I'm not the right person for you, that is a red flag. Okay? So bonus point number 12, surround yourself with good friends. Good friends. Friends that do not encourage you to do what is wrong, and friends that are not bad influences. This could be easier in some cases rather than others, but if you could know what is right from wrong, that will help you a lot. If you're not sure, you could always ask your parents or an adult, a respectable adult. Ask them the right questions to the right people in the right way, and you should be just fine. So these are some things that persons may have wished they learned earlier, or these are some tips that may help persons be more prepared for life. If you're a youngster, a young adult, and looking for some tips and some advice, or if my relatives see this video, video is for you. Perfect video for you. Alright, if you have not already, do subscribe to David Charles TV YouTube channel, and press the notification bell. If you can think of any other tips, if you're an adult and you can think of any other tips that would help young persons, leave it in the description area below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.